What's up, Ram fans? Welcome back to Tuesday Night Sports. I'm your host, as always, Emily Kozell, here to look ahead towards what the Green and Gold has on tap this week, and so much more. From a deep dive into men's basketball's upcoming Border War showdown against a talented Wyoming squad, to, of course, a preview of what women's hoops is up to in a few days against SDSU. All of that and more on Tuesday Night Sports, which starts right now. Like usual, let's tip things off with some CSU hoops. After that crushing loss to UNLV by 21 points over the weekend, the Rams have some serious work to do this week if they want to get back to their winning ways. As Madeline told you last night, Stevens, Roddy, and Tanjay kept just shooting, but things weren't falling on the right side of the glass for the Rams. And more importantly, the Green and Gold just couldn't manage to stop the Rebels to save their lives. And with this in mind, the regular season coming to an end, CSU needs to pick it up fast and play their best game yet if they want any chance at taking down a Wyoming team that's already beat them once this year. But before we dive into tomorrow's matchup even deeper, let's talk about the amazing atmosphere in Moby for a sec. In case you haven't been keeping count, this is the fourth consecutive sellout for men's basketball this season, and the first time in the Mountain West era that the Green and Gold have been able to sell out a game over a week in advance. And sure, while Border Wars are always exciting, the anticipation coming into this one is unmatched, and I can't wait to be a part of the madness. Okay, now that we're done hyping up our student section a little bit, let's get into what the game will look like. To start things off, something to know about this Border War is that it definitely won't be an easy win for the Rams. This Wyoming team currently sits at second in the Mountain West with a 22-4 record. Not to mention that the last time CSU faced off against the Cowboys back in late January, they suffered a devastating loss in overtime, 84-78. Now, if you ask me, I think that the fans play a huge part in this rivalry. So having the Border War at home just might give the Green and Gold that edge that they so desperately needed last time out. And on to the players. Isaiah Stevens is the Ram that I'm most excited to watch in this matchup. In his last game against UNLV, number 4 was able to put up 14 points for the Green and Gold, and he'll have to score even more in this one for the home team to come out on top. And did I forget to mention that he was also named First Team Academic All-District Team with his 3.5 GPA? This guy just does it all. And when you look at the other side, the Cowboys' star player, Graham Ike, is currently on fire, putting up 27 points against Air Force this past Saturday. And unfortunately for the Rams, this is just another day at the office for the sophomore, averaging 21.1 points every time he steps on the court, and scoring a total of 527 so far this season. Needless to say, number 33 has really exploded on the scene this year and looks like the front runner for Conference Player of the Year. Oh, and he's 6'9" too, all combining to make him the kind of player that you don't want to be matched up against in the low post. Moving past the players now, also don't forget that after being ranked 22nd in the AP polls, the Pokes quickly lost on the road to New Mexico and dropped from the polls in their first game ranked, way faster than CSU ever did. When you put all this in mind, I'm confident that if Roddy, Stevens, and Tanjay can all get in the zone and play at the level that they normally do, not like they played last time against the Rebs, the Rams will be able to exact some revenge over the Cowboys. Personally, I don't think Wyoming is prepared to play in front of a sold-out Moby Arena. But as always, I guess we'll have to wait and see how the game plays out tomorrow night at 7. With that, let's now switch gears and talk about the women's side of hoops. This Thursday, the Rams will be matching up against the Aztecs for the second time this season. Last time these two played, San Diego State and CSU were still early on in their seasons, and unfortunately for Ram fans, they weren't able to pull out the win, losing all the way back in January by 10, 63-73. But since then, CSU has managed to turn things around a little bit, earning a record of 17-7, while SDSU, on the other hand, only has managed a 13-13 mark. Oh, and it's also important to note that CSU is riding into this one with a 4-game win streak against some tough competition, meaning, in my opinion, they should have no problem taking the dub. Still, though, the Rams should definitely be keeping an eye on number 2 for San Diego State, Sophia Ramos. This super senior has been the star this season and is currently ranked as the 7th best in the Mountain West for scoring, with an average of 14.9 points per game. And she definitely put up a fight in the last time that these two teams faced off. At the end of the day, though, I'm not worried about this matchup as long as McKenna Hofschild stays on the court. The last time the green and gold took on the Aztecs, number 4 was able to put up an impressive 22 points, and her game has only been improving since then. And with all that being said, all I know is that Thursday night should definitely be an exciting night for the Rams, no matter what happens tomorrow. And well, Ram fans, that's all the action I have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for CTV Cooks. Have a great night and try and stay warm. I'll be back next week.